Alright, back to DJ Cam. We are all set for our next run of UFO 50. And with that, take it away and give us some good gameplay.
Hello, I'm Waff1e, him, and I'm gonna run today UFO 50 Mortal Gold. UFO 50 is a collection of games, 50 games to be precise, and I'm gonna run one of them. And commentate for me.
Yeah, I'm Spoody. I'm going to be here. I submitted this game to Speedromizer and offered some tips and tricks for Waff1e on this run. And yeah, I'll be filling in with commentary here.
Yeah. So okay, I think we're ready to go. Like 3, 2, 1. Go.
So, as we just mashed through this intro cutscene, so, we kind of get a little bit of a preview of what's going to be happening in this run. So Mortol is a platformer all about sacrifice. You start with 20 lives, which sounds like a whole lot for a 2D platformer, until you realize that deliberately sacrificing these lives is required to make progress. Right off the bat there, we use the Ritual of Arrow there to form a platform in the wall, and then the Ritual of Stone here to break through the spikes and make a platform. Then the Ritual of Bomb to break through these bricks. Those are the 3 rituals we're going to have access to. All of them are instantly lethal upon use. That said, you can kind of chain the Ritual of Arrow and Stone together until you hit the floor, hit a wall, and we might see a little bit of that later. Something you'll notice is that your characters are extremely fragile. There's no Mario jumping on enemies' heads or anything. If you touch an enemy at all, and you're not in the middle of executing a ritual, you will just die. Life counter up in the top right, and we're sitting at 12 here. There will be some life pickups that are available. Oh, just barely not able to squeeze through that. One saving grace is you are invincible while parachuting down to kind of help you get back into position here. Looks like we're going to take the bottom route here to get that 3 life pickup. When you take some unnecessary deaths, going on your way for some extra life pickups here, and really help you stay on top of that. Thankfully, at the end of every level, there is a 10 life pickup to help you really went for it. There's a precise jump you can make there that will land you on the side of the spikes.
I cannot do that anymore.
Yeah, now that the corpse is there, you're I think you're just gonna have to burn a few extra lives here. Spikes you can actually walk through the side of, but as long as you don't hit the top of them, and there's a precise jump that you can do there to just walk through the entire spikes to the end here. Unfortunately losing a few lives there, but
too many lives.
Does get this extra 10 pickup at the end, and we're done with the first level. There are 10 levels to this game. Gonna be running a little bit low here, but again, there's always some missing on the stone there. There's gonna be plenty of pickups available. There's a 5 pickup right here you could grab if you feel like you need it, but it looks like we're just gonna push on forward here. This level introduces these switches. Pretty straightforward. The yellow switch toggles the yellow blocks on and off, each switch is color coded, and it will trigger a bunch of blocks throughout the level. We also get introduced to a new enemy type we just saw back there. I don't think any enemies have formalized names, but I tend to call them the Chargers, the Rhinos. When you are on the ground level with them, they will charge at you, and they're pretty hard to bait. They will turn around if you try and jump over them and misdirect them. So don't make the mistake of thinking that they're easy to mislead, because it's you need to be mindful of them, and generally you don't bother with fighting them. But you can bait that one into that pit, and then the switch there does kill it. You get an extra life every 3 kills that you make. Oh, nice on the backwards arrow there into the stone. So you can get some lives back that way. And okay, yeah, we got a little bit of some precise maneuvering here. You can set up a stone and jump over that charger. Very nicely done. Back up to 20 lives, looking pretty solid there. Very good 1B there. There are a lot of little time saves in this game as well. Something you may have noticed when Waff1e was using the stone rituals to get past some of those chargers. If there was once or twice where he did it while grounded and once in the air. So yeah, little time save you can do is to try and make sure that you don't use the stone when you're grounded, because when you're grounded, it plays a short little animation that doesn't play when you're airborne. And okay, nice ritual chain there, using the stone and the arrow ritual to get to that switch early. Yeah, that can save a little bit of time doing that. But yeah, that's the ritual chaining I was talking about. Yeah, the stone and arrow can be chained. You can chain into bomb as well, though, for fairly obvious reasons. When you chain into bomb, that's the end of the ritual chain. You can't really do much beyond that. Baiting that charger down into that pit there just to get past. So yeah, this third level introduces these lifts. They move up or down depending on the number of entities on it, whether player corpses or enemies. So you need to sacrifice lives many times to get the lifts into proper positions. Bomb away those blocks there, and we're going to bait this charger into this hole. Bombing the blocks raises the lift here and lets us access the final stretch of this level. So you just want to kind of keep tapping your jumps on here. If you let the lifts go all the way down, then these little walkers will walk off of the lifts and start walking around, and then they'll walk onto other lifts while you're standing on and like push them down the spikes. It can get pretty messy, but pretty nicely maneuvered there. And we do see some more life gain. We're up to 24 lives, so looking pretty comfortable. I don't think there's any concern of running out here, but we do enter the second area here. We're on level 2A here, which introduces these fish. They are one of 2 enemies in the game that are just up to RNG, and they're super annoying. Once they just kind of float around randomly, but once you enter the water, they will try and seek you out. We've got a little bit of speed tech here. Let's see if we got not getting the 4-block bomb. So if you look at the graphic for the explosion, you can see it extends 3 tiles out from the center of the explosion. But if you use the ritual of arrow to get your head clipped inside the brick, ooh, nice arrow chain there, and then bomb on that frame that your head is inside the brick before the life is considered dead, you can actually get the explosion to extend forward a half tile and take out those 4 brick walls in 1 bomb. I think that's the only part in the run where it's relevant, and it can save you a few frames if it works out. Big swarm here. You're kind of meant to blow out that brick in front of the pipe to flood this area and drown all the enemies, but it's a little faster if you can set it up to just jump around these walkers. Just taking a little bit of a safety bomb there to clear some enemies. And okay, nice jump there. Just gonna clear out this fish here. You can put a stone here to plug up the pipe to suffocate the fish, but again, it is a little faster if you can do it without doing that. But the timing with the amount of water there that you have to get through before you drown is very tight. So yeah, unfortunately drowning on that first life, but getting through after taking the fish out. And I think we're coming up on the end of this level here. Yeah, quite a bit of stuff going on here. I need to clear the bricks off of this.
It's a charger.
Let the charger drown. And yeah, with the fish being as random as they are, you can get through that crowd of 3 fish at the end without killing them at all, and it's faster that way, but it's so unreliable. So yeah, absolutely the safe marathon approach to just bomb them out and then grab the 10 life. So we're at a 2B, and this level introduces fire, which, while you're on fire, you're invincible for its duration and will also set fire to other enemies, but once that gauge in the top right corner fills out, you will just explode. So you gotta make the most of the time you're on fire before you take the death. These fire blocks will if you just try and use the bomb ritual to take them out, it'll take 3 bombs. It's very time-consuming, very costly on your lives. But if you touch them while you're on fire, they'll just eventually burn out, and it's a lot more efficient that way. Yeah, that's it. You know, there are some times where there are blocks that you don't necessarily want to have burnout, so you know, it can be a little tough here. Like, yeah, like this platform on the right. If the fireball shooter doesn't hit those, you can reach that 3 life pickup there. But right here we're gonna intentionally catch on fire, use the arrow into stone to light the torch, and then into bomb to drain the water from this. It saves quite a bit of time to combine that all in one trip. A little bit too high on that fire arrow. There we go.
Okay, nice.
And yeah, we're just coming up on the end of this level. There's kind of a force to death on the switch coming up here. You also have to take a death here. It looks like you could maybe swim up and avoid those spikes, but there is a period where you're forced to just sink in water. You can't avoid the death there, so you have to make the left there. And then, yeah, there's that forced death into this fireball wall section, which can be really... Oh, it just catches fire. Unfortunately, you can't exit the level while on fire, and just barely got grazed by that fireball at the end, so just gonna have to do another life to finish this one out, but still looking pretty good. We are coming up on 2C, though, which the ending of 2C is really something. It introduces these spawn points with these rolling bomb enemies. So they'll just slowly roll along for several seconds, and then once they reach the end of their lifetime, they will explode like that. And yeah, unfortunately, that earlier death meant missing the cycle to get through that water before it gets drained out by that explosion. So something that's worth noting about Mortol is that almost everything in it is on a global timer. So if you take like an unintentional death early on in the level, it's gonna throw off all of the cycles for the rest of the level. So we're kind of gonna be winging it here. You know, who can say how things will be once we reach the end of the level? It'll just be a fun surprise. And again, like I said before, the end of the level is the worst part of this level. A little bit early on that stone here, you do need to build a staircase here to be able to clear this jump. But yeah, that should be just enough. And there you go. So we got a little section here with a couple of yeah, we start combining the fireballs with these bomb enemies. So that they start burning out spaces and stuff. And yeah, unfortunately, yeah, some of the deaths mean that this cycle, it doesn't quite work out as smoothly as you'd like. You can just jump into the side of these spikes. That's the spike walk I was talking about. And here's the end of 2C. This is an absolute chaotic mess of fireball launchers, of bug launchers, of these walkers, you know, the bomb rollers, and you just gotta roll with it and find your way through this absolute mess of a segment. Yeah, just gonna be taking some bombs. Yeah, if you're about to die, you can just take a bomb, and generally you'll kill a few enemies, and you might get an extra life out of it to help make up for the loss. Yeah, unfortunately, when enemies kill each other, it does not count towards extra life credits. But okay, we're almost through this section. Just need to get through that gap to the right. That last bomb cleared out the remaining distance. Okay, there we go. Gets the extra 10 lives. Plane gonna move forward a little bit since it's stuck on the wall. And okay, makes it through. Nice. Yeah, Waff1e was saying before we started that he was kind of worried about this section, so it's really good to see that he's through that with still a decent amount of lives intact. So we're kind of coming up on the end here. We're on the third of the 4 regions, and this zone 3 is only 2 levels long here. Okay, just waiting for the bomb there to go off and clear that out. But this level, introduces these vines. You know, right now they're just pretty straightforward climbing. You know, they're basically ladders. But we will soon start seeing ones that have a flower at the top, and the flowers will spew out these spores. When the spores hit something, either player or enemy. Oh, just barely getting clipped there. they'll start flashing green. And after a short amount of time, about the same amount of time as like when you're on fire, you'll then explode into a vine that grows as high as it can. So yeah, here are these spores. You kind of need to use to take advantage of these. You could just use arrow rituals to form a ladder against the wall here, but it's much faster to use the vines. So yeah, sometimes you want to get hit by these spores. Other times you need to avoid it. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and set up the vine here. Yeah, unfortunately, like with the spike walls here, you do need to use the vine here. If you try and use the arrow ritual against spikes, you will just explode instead of forming a step like a step ladder. So yeah, vine use is pretty essential in this, and yeah, this level is gonna just be kind of drilling that in, just how to use the vines. We do have this last one is the trickiest one because this has the some of these rollers. Oh, and that death means, yeah, not gonna make it on time. And yeah, as we've seen before, vines will understandably on if they take explosive or fire hits, they will just burn up very quickly. So yeah, that roller makes things really tricky here. Just gonna intentionally get on fire here and then arrow into the fly spawner there. That'll just automatically kill all the enemies in it.
Oh no, why? What?
Oh, come on. Missing the chain into bomb a few times, but there we go. Okay. And then it's just gonna take the safe approach here of killing these chargers. Like I mentioned before, they do take 3 hits, so you generally don't want to fight them. And there is a really precise trick you can do there to get them both trapped on the left side and then just jump over them, but it's so tight to do. Getting a little close there, down to 3 lives at the end of that level, but we're up to 13. And I don't think 3B tends to be too bad with the lives.
3B is a normal level. Okay.
It does introduce, it's kind of hard to see, like right above where we just destroyed those bricks, you might see a wall tile that looks a little bit different. Those are laser cannons. If you or an enemy is aligned with it, it will instantly fire an instant death laser. So you have to be on the lookout for those laser cannons and play around them. We'll be seeing it put to good use here to get rid of this charge though. So yeah, there's that laser just blasting the charger out. And yeah, when the player is aligned with those lasers, it will lock your inputs. You cannot. There is no way you can dodge it. It will lock your inputs. You'll freeze in place, and then you'll get blasted. So you just have to make use of the stone ritual to block its line of sight, or just avoid it entirely. Throw a stone down those particular bricks so that we're blocking that laser cannon on the left there with the stone, and then we can set up this vine here.
No, what?
Went out of position a little bit there. Gonna have to, and I think it's still best to do another vine here. You could bomb through the floor, but jump height is less than 4 blocks, so then you'd have to like do an arrow in the wall or something. So yeah, just make another vine. And we also get introduced to the last of the common enemy types here. These flying guys are don't really have a formal name, but they're corpse eaters. Like they will go down to they will eat any corpses that are on the ground and heal up. They take 3 hits like the chargers. But while they're eating a corpse, they lose their hitboxes, so you can just walk through them like we saw right there. We've got a walker here, triggering this. Oh, just a little bit too low on that. Life count getting a little dicey here.
No.
Yeah, the positioning on this. Uh-oh. Alright. Need to get up. Actually, is this even enough lives to make it through the end? Because, yeah, now we've got this giant spike pit. And you need to burn a few lives here to climb up here. Yeah, you're 1 life short, unfortunately. You still need to burn 1 more life. That's unfortunate. We're gonna have to run this level back. One thing that's nice about this, for casual play at least, is that it will just it will keep a keep track of the lives that you ended up with in each level, and if you go back to old levels and play it better than the previous time, it'll just update your life count for every level after that. So like if you find a way to save an extra 5 lives on the first level when you're at 8 levels in, you can do that and then go back to the 8th level with 5 more additional lives. We're not really looking to completely replay previous levels though, so yeah, taking a few deaths, they're gonna have to use a stone there to re-block the laser there. But yeah, we can just yeah, we did see like going out of the way a little bit for an extra 5 life pickup at the start of the level. That should help out a little bit. And okay, stone down the shaft there, blocking the laser. Then we're gonna vine back up here. Yeah, thankfully this level's not too long, but yeah, if you try and rush it and you don't have you know, have it come into memory and where all the laser guns are, they'll get you a lot of the time. Is a little bit low again, but we can get through this section. 6 lives should be enough to handle the ending. There we go. Nice, nice. Yeah, need to bait the enemies out here, form a ladder up this wall. And yeah, there we go. Okay. Just needs to bomb out this this drain pipe and block the laser. Or you know, yeah, if you're quick enough, you can just get over it. There we go. Perfect. And there we go. Makes it into the end of 3B. Yeah, 3B can be a little bit tricky with the vine climbing section with the lasers, but we're on to 4A. This is the second to last level. It's also, I think, the longest level in the game, and it changes things up. The ship that has been present up to this point will not be around. We're just going to be spawning at a set point rather than a moving ship. Arrow and bomb there to destroy a block on a switch off screen there. Which will let us go out to this top section. With a precise jump here, you can jump over this charger. Nice. And then we get a new spawn point here. So this section right here kind of stumps players a lot the first time. What you need to do is use a vine here as a fire starter. And then if you go fast enough here... Okay, oh no, we're gonna take the safety to get the 5 lives. Yeah, you can just go through the right there if you're really quick about it. But yeah, understand with life count being a little low, we're going to do this the intended way of blowing open the pipe to drown the chargers and then replugging the drain to clear the way forward. And that'll get us to the next spawn point. Gonna try and utilize these torches here. If you're quick enough, okay, not quite. If you're quick enough, you can barely jump up above that ledge and arrow forward to hit these fire blocks that you can just barely see off the right edge of the screen there. But the timing on it is extremely tight. And then just, okay, yeah, drop the stone there into the spikes. Oop, taking a death from the fly there, but we're still looking okay here. Ooh, that was a little close on that roller. But yeah, we got a new spawn point coming up here. Could grab the 5 lives there, but no, it looks like we're going to push forward here and turn on this switch. And now we just need to get past these, past this section up top, which can be a little tricky. All right, yeah, just going to let the roller there take out the charger. Oh yeah, thankfully the roller, not quite grabbing the vine there. But there is a 3 life pickup you can grab in that vine section, so I think we'll be okay here. I might want to grab the spawn point first. Yeah, there you go. And we're coming up on the end of this level here. First, we gotta maneuver around this fish. We gotta blow out the drain pipe and activate the switch. We want to do the switch first because once you blow up the drain pipe, you can't just swim up top there. And then you'll want to, yeah, there we go. Nice arrow into the bomb to drain the water. That'll clear the fish out of the way. Oh, that was so close. I thought you were going to get eaten by that fish. That was really tight on that timing. And then, yeah, it's just a matter of getting through these lifts at the end. There's a 10 life pickup right there, which is more than enough to handle the final boss that we're coming up on. Just going to wait for these bombers to explode. And there we go. So the final boss, you need to attack the upper half of him to get him to open his mouth, and then you need to arrow into the mouth. But if you do it with an arrow that is on fire, it will one-shot him, whereas otherwise it will take 3. So we build a little bit of a staircase here. Ooh, a little too slow there. So these faces randomly flash a color. Okay, we got the orange one, which is what we want, and there's the burning arrow. Not quite getting the quick escape, but that is a nice quick kill. Got lucky on that. Otherwise you have to use the torches up in the top left of the fire. And jumping over the plane that time.
GG.
I feel like I should apologize for this run.
No, this is a great run.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good. And yeah, it looks like you actually like finished it at the like exact estimate. That's great.
Yeah, you finished 25 even.
Hey, mission accomplished, right?
Okay, I'm very happy that I managed to finish the underestimate with a death on 3B. I want to thank Pushel very much for providing commentary for this run, because this game is kind of hard for me since I usually run 3D shooters. And 2D retro platformer was kind of change the pace.
Yeah, it looks like you picked it up pretty well, though. And yeah, I'm happy to see UFO 50 get some love. You know, like Waff1e said at the start of the run, it is a collection of 50 retro style games. So there's a game in here for pretty much every kind of speedrunner, and you can expect that I'll probably be sending some of the other games in the collection in future events. It's a lot of fun.
Looking forward to it. Right. Any other closing comments? A little bit of time to kill, I think.
I just want to wish good luck to all upcoming runners in their games.
And again, thanks for running this, Waff1e. You did a great job on this, and just want to give shout outs to the UFO 50 community as well. Something that we've actually been doing a lot of lately that we've really been going into is UFO 50 bingo, where there's like a mixed set of goals across all 50 games in the collection. It's a lot of fun, and if it sounds like fun, I'd suggest going and checking it out. Also, of course, shout outs to all the Speedromizer community. This is always a blast, and trans rights.
Trans rights. Hey, All right, shoutouts to Waff1e for that amazing run of UFO 50. The game is always a treat to see. Give us a couple of more minutes. We are getting set up for our next run as well as our next host. Stick around for that. We will be right back. Sounds good. Alright, Speedromizer community, welcome back to Speedromizer 7, the marathon where what you submit is not what you run. Got a $25 donation from Decaf. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. It'll be the first time today that I've mispronounced somebody's name. And that says, good luck Strife and good luck Harlips for tomorrow's big up on the BRC. That went towards Unsighted Pet the Dog. Get a Pet Dog. That was $25 towards that incentive. If you see anything that you would like to plug or if you see anything that you would like to add to the run, !donate and get your choices in for the incentives. Speaking of incentives, coming up, we actually have our first poll. Poll target. And that is Grab by the Ghoulies Workshop 2 Reaper No Cans. That is still at 0 out of $50 needed to be met. This game is being run by two Grab by the Ghoulies legends. I would highly recommend getting your donations in for that. It's going to be a fun time. All right, Speedromizer community, my time is up on the microphone. However, I am leaving you in the hands of an absolute... Oop, am I still here? Okay. I am leaving you in the hands of an absolute legend, and that is Spyron. How you doing, my friend?
Wow, what an introduction. I am very well. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Very excited.
Pleasure to have you. Now, you submitted Spider-Man 2000, which is being run by Alpha 5. I believe it's next week?
Yes, that is correct.
Tell us a little bit about the run while we're getting everything situated.
Yeah, for sure. So Spider-Man 2000 is a game most likely that people will have played on the PlayStation 1, I reckon, most people. But actually exists as a PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, and PC game. But you'll see Alpha 5 running it on PlayStation 1. It's a speedrun that has, I think, a great mix of lots of different things that lots of people enjoy about speedruns. It's got cool tech, because it's all about Spider-Man's web swinging and moving through levels in ways that obviously is different to just like jumping and running and things like that because of his web swinging abilities and web zipping abilities. It's very cool. You've got glitches galore, especially in the second half of the game. There's literally a skip every level where you'll just jump through walls, you'll fall through floors. It goes wild. In that second half of the game, expect it to go wild. It's very exciting. And I think overall, it's just a very fun game, casually, in my opinion, as well. So it's one I think that people will enjoy watching, even if you don't really enjoy the speedrun, which I hope you would. It's just a good game to watch. I think very, very exciting. So yeah, lots of, I hope, hype for Spider-Man come next week. I think it'll be a very, very good one.
It's going to be a great time. It's being run by a well-known Speedromizer runner, Alpha 5. It's being taught by a legendary runner of somebody of your caliber. It's going to be a phenomenal one. You do not want to miss this. And I now leave you in the capable hands. My friend, take it away.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, DJ. Let's get a big round of applause for DJ for hosting the first half of today.
Runner of
this, guys, is Speedromizer. Welcome in. This is a marathon where, have you ever thought to yourself, wow, I just love speedrunning, but I've no idea what I should actually start learning next? Well, do I have a solution for you? This is Speedromizer, a charity marathon where runners are assigned a random game from a pool of submissions and have 90 days to learn their game and hone their skills. 90 days, not a long time. So it's very impressive. I always think it's so impressive, people who run this event and run in the event, to see just how much progress they make from 0 to like 100. It's crazy. So, fun fact, over 150 runners have actually learned over 200 individual runs since 2023. That's a crazy number, and you can also contribute to that number by signing up yourself. So if this sounds like something you'd like to be a part of, then head over to the Discord at speedromizer.live/Discord and get yourself participating next time round. It'll be very exciting. Speaking of signing up for things, you can also volunteer if you would like. Volunteering, this is the first time I'm volunteering, by the way. Volunteering on both the host and we'll also be volunteering on the tech side of things in a little bit, but hosting first of all, which I'm very excited to do. And you can also sign up to volunteer. Volunteering is open to everyone. The Speedromizer staff accept everyone, if possible, so that everyone can be part of the event in whatever fashion suits you. If you're like me and you like the sound of your own voice, I guess, maybe is what the point of me being a host is. Or you just like some behind-the-scenes techie stuff, I also like that stuff too. Then make sure you also get involved with the tech side and behind-the-scenes things. It's very, very, very good. I would recommend massively. The staff are very friendly, they're amazing, they're inclusive. It's a perfect way to start your journey as broadcast host, chat moderator, whatever it might be. So yeah, again, guys, speedromizer.live/Discord, and keep an eye out for any future announcements about signing up for volunteering. Volunteering calls always come just before the event actually starts, so you can get a head start there. I'm very excited for this next run. This is going to be Silent Hill 4, The Room, when we are ready. This is a game that was recommended actually to me, not the speedrun, but the casual game itself by my friend Sap. This is his favourite Silent Hill game. Don't know if everyone in chat has a favourite Silent Hill game. we just recently got announced that Silent Hill 1 is getting a remake. That's exciting. After the success of Silent Hill 2, personally, I had not played Silent Hill 2 prior to the remake coming out, so 2 Remake was the first time playing Silent Hill 2. Might even be the first time playing a Silent Hill game at all, actually, funnily enough, which I don't know if that means I'm a bad person for not playing Silent Hill earlier, but that's fine. That's a debate for another day. But Silent Hill 2 Remake I thought was fantastic. Bloober did an excellent job, despite, I think, the controversy and the uncertainty coming in based on their track record. I think they smashed it out of the park with Silent Hill 2 Remake, so I'm hoping they do the same for Silent Hill 1. Very excited, but it's not 2 or 1 that we're going to be seeing in a little bit. It is number 4, Silent Hill 4 The Room. Very excited to see that coming up. Just a reminder as well, of course, this is a charity marathon where all proceeds raised will go directly to QMUNITY. QMUNITY is a British Columbia's queer, trans, and two-spirit resource centre that are working towards a province where all two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersexual, and asexual people can live free from harm and discrimination regardless of age, location, or circumstance. They offer support via programs such as connecting people through volunteering and peer support groups, providing education services and queer inclusivity training, and so much more. If you would like to donate to QMUNITY, you can visit our Tiltify campaign at speedromizer.live/donate. You can also find the donation link below the stream and in chat by typing !donate. Again, all of your donations are sent directly to QMUNITY. There is no middleman, it all goes straight to them. And don't forget, on top of donating to a wonderful cause, your donations can also be put towards our active challenges. There's plenty of challenges, incentives, and polls coming up, so make sure you go check those out and donate towards those as well.